students, my name is Swabararon Petang. I'll be taking you guys through religious education BGCSE. So in today's lesson, we're going to be talking about dimensions of religion. We're going to start by comparing the dimensions of Oriental and Judeo-Christian as stated by Nihan Smart. Then we move on to the 7 dimensions of religion. Then we're going to talk about the common features of ATR and Hinduism as our last objective. So starting on comparison of Oriental and Judeo-Christian religion as stated by Nihan Smart. Oriental religions are religions that originated in the countries east of the Mediterranean Sea. Those are Hinduism, Buddhism, Shinto, and Sikhism. Then we have Judeo. These are the religions that originated in the Middle East, which are called Abrahamic religions. They're called Abrahamic religions because Judaism is the mother religion of those religions. Examples are Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and Baha'i faith. So we're going to compare these 2 types of religion, Oriental and Judeo-Christian religions. First comparison, all Judeo-Christian religions are monotheistic. What do we mean when we say they are monotheistic? We mean that they believe in one God. Then with Oriental religion, it's quite different. There are some that believe in one God, and there are those that believe in more than one God. And those that believe in more than one God, we call them polytheistic. Examples of those that believe in one God, we have Sikhism. They believe in just one God. Then we have Hinduism. Hindus are polytheistic, meaning that they believe in more than one God. Then another comparison is that Judeo-Christian believe in life after death. We believe those religions believe, the people of those religions believe that when somebody dies, they're going to live again in the next future or next world. But as for Oriental, all of them believe in the concept of samsara, that is the cycle of life, which starts with birth, death, then rebirth. They believe that it depends on how you lived your life. If you didn't live your life according to how your religion is expecting you to live your life, then it might get hard for your life to be reborn again. But if you live your life well according to how you should live, it will do practices that are good, they believe that you will be reborn into something else that is maybe something that is very beautiful or something that is valued in the environment. Then another comparison is that in Judeo-Christians, people have a personal encounter with their God, but with Oriental religions, they do not have personal encounter with their God, except for Sikhism. So what it means is that for Judeo-Christians, they can speak to their God without even having an intermediary in between the God and the person. The person just bows down and prays, then the message is sent directly to God. Then we move on to the second objective, which is dimensions of religion. We have 7 dimensions of religion, which I am going to talk about right now. The first one is practical and ritual dimensions. This is what followers do as part of their religion, like prayer, how they pray, modes of dress, how they dress. We know that we have Muslim women who dress like they wear those long dresses and cover their heads. Sometimes they only show their eyes. Then we have, for Christianity, it's quite different because they dress differently depending on the type of church they go to. And even pilgrimage, they have different places of worship places where they are where they are found. The pilgrimage is a journey to the place of worship, So for Islam, the pilgrimage place is Mecca, and they're expected to visit that place at least once in their lifetime. Then another dimension, we have experiential and emotional dimension. This one is concerned about the emotions of a person, what goes on inside a person. These ones is just what you believe. Some people believe that they're talking to God or they have seen God, and many other experiences. Some believe that they have touched God. Some believe that God always sends messages to people through them. We know there are some people and they believe that for you to speak to your God, you have to be very spiritual. It's not everyone who can speak to God. Then our third dimension is the narrative dimension. This is what is learned from stories. For example, we have the story about Jesus Christ, how he was born, how he left this planet, how he died and woke after a couple of days, 3 days, and many other things. Then there are also stories about Muhammad, founder of Islam, how he became a prophet and how he spoke about Allah sending some messages to him so that he can pass them to his people. Then another dimension is doctrinal and philosophical dimension. With doctrinal dimensions is the intellectual components of religion. For example, we are talking about the systematic speculations about God and God's relationship with human beings. Then we have ethical and legal dimension. This one is what is good. This one is focused more on the good and bad side of human life or religion. This one tries to guide human behavior. For example, we have the Sharia laws that Islam, which guides people on how to live their life. We have the greatest commandments at Christianity. We have the golden rule at Christianity. These are the things that try to guide people's behavior and try to make people live their lives equally without judging or hurting other people. Then another dimension, we have the social and institutional dimension. This is how people interact, how people's interactions are organized as part of their religion. For example, how people socialize at their churches or mosques, how people for ATR they have totems that guide people's behavior, guide them how to socialize. Then the last dimension is material dimension. This one is the physical forms in which religion is embodied. For example, church structures, we have different church structures depending on the type of religion. We know that we have Islam, they have a crescent, moon and star at the top of their buildings. Others, the buildings are quite different. It's not, for some religions, it's not just a normal church or a normal home like in other religions. It's different. You can just show that this is a church or a building, a place of worship for this kind of religion, depending on how you really know those kind of religions. Then our last objective is common features of ATR and Hinduism. That is African traditional religion and Hinduism. How are these two related, or what features what features does Hinduism have that are similar to that of African traditional religion? The first similarity is that they both believe in one supreme being. These two religions believe in one supreme being. Then another one, they both have arranged marriages. So for them, you don't necessarily choose your life partner. It's either your parents or your church members choose whom your husband or wife is going to be. Then again, both followers are members by birth. That is to say that when you are born, in a Hindwick or ATR family, you are automatically a member of those two religions. You don't have to get to choose that, no, I want to follow Christianity, I want to follow Islam. You are born a member of that religion by birth. Then they both believe in seclusion. Seclusion is whereby a mother gives birth, then they are given a certain period of time to nurse the baby for, they call it Botsetsi at ATR. Then lastly, they have initiation schools whereby young boys and girls are taught how to be adults. So sometimes there's circumcision and those kind of things. At ATR we have Bogwera and Bojali. Well, that's all I have for you today. See you in the next topic. Thank you.